I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So yesterday we finished understanding about the data types and we saw about the difference between char and varchar, right?
Yes.
Now let's continue with this. So so far whatever we discussed about some introduction to the SQL, limitations of Excel. Then we saw how we will create this databases and all, right? Like how we create the database, how we create the table, what are all the data types we have, difference between char and varchar, and how we will insert the data, right? And how we will display the data, right? Till now we saw this many concepts, right? I hope till here everything is clear for you, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Great. So next we have a concept called as SQL sub languages. I will let's SQL sub languages or SQL commands. Let's start that concept, okay? And Ramu, I hope before only I said you that this is after 1 week, our time will get changed to 8 to 9. I hope that is okay for you, right?
Yes, okay, ma'am. Okay.
Great.
That is more convenient. Right.
That's great. That's great then. So actually, maybe in 1 or 2 days I will show you the installation process. Please don't mind. Till then, just follow the classes. I hope did you got the access?
Checks, ma'am. It checks.
Like you already enrolled to the course, right? Did our team send any of the mail which they provided the access for the videos, regular videos and notes?
Yeah, I think maybe I didn't check mail. I think still now
Okay.
I didn't get any mail. Once I checked mail.
Maybe I'm not sure did they send you or not. If not, also they will send you maybe today or tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Basically they will send you one the access link, I can say. Okay, in your Google Drive you can access in that they will send you one link that is basically the drive link only. Whatever mail you provided to our team, in that mail, uh, in that mail only they will send you that link. In your Google Drive you can able to open that folder also. In there you will you can able to see all the videos of the sessions from day one. Daily wise videos will be uploaded in that link only. And concept wise concept wise notes, I can say, this files only. This is our class 1 files, right? In this we finished, we saw how we created databases, tables, everything, correct? So this
Yes.
file I will upload in that link only. Like that
Okay.
concept wise notes I will upload in that links. Okay. As
Okay.
this batch, like this is not it, maybe not it confirmed it, they didn't provide the access, I guess. Maybe you
No,
will get
no.
it in a couple of days. Okay, please wait.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. And as I said, I already have some students at 8 to 9 batch. In maybe till Monday I will just balance the both the batches and we will move to that timing. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying this because you may feel that you are the only student currently in this batch, right? Because we got some more students, but 2 or 3 are saying that they are not comfortable with the 8 to 9 timings. So maybe in couple of days we may get another students, or else also no worries. After from Monday, as I said, once we move to 8 to 9, in that batch we already have some 10 students. Okay, so no
Okay,
problem
ma'am.
at all. But I will show you the installation process and everything. You can practice whatever I'm explaining here in your laptop, and if you have any doubts you can ask me. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm just telling you this everything to just make sure that you should not feel that currently you are only the one student in this batch, right? Basically, this is a backup batch, and we will already have some 10 students in 8 to 9. So we will be moved to that batch only. You will have a few more students over there, so that it will be okay for you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, great. So now let me start another concept. So basically, we have one concept called as SQL sublanguages. Okay, we have some sublanguages in the SQL. We can also call them as comments. So far, we saw how to create the table, how to insert the data, right? At that time, I said create is one of the command, insert is one of the command. Like that, in SQL we have many commands, and all that commands are divided into sub languages. We have basically 5 sub languages, as you can see here, that is DTL, DML, DCL, TCL, and TQL. DDL in the sense data definition language. I will tell you what are all this means. These are basically the sub languages we have in SQL. We have 5 sub languages, that is data definition language, data manipulation language, data control language, transaction control language, and data query language. Okay, this 5 will be the sub languages, and inside that sub languages we will have some commands like this. Okay, in the DDL we have create, drop, alter, truncate, and rename. We already saw about the create command yesterday when we are creating the table, right?
Yes.
Likewise, all these commands are divided into this different parts of the languages. Now we will see each one of this language detailedly, like what is the DDL means, and what are all the commands inside them. We will discuss each of this command detailing. Okay, right. So let's start this concept. As you can see, we have 5 sub languages here. First, let's see what are all the sub languages means, and let's see the commands also. I will save this file as. Okay, so we have 5 sub languages in SQL. We can also call them as subgroups. Okay, what are all the 5 languages in the sense? First, we have DDL. Okay, DDL in the sense data definition language. Okay, DDL, data definition language, and the commands comes, maybe I will use this is a multi-line commands, as I said. So this is DDL, data definition language, and the commands comes under DDL are create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. Okay, next we have DML, that is nothing but data manipulation language. Okay, data manipulation language, And the commands comes under DML are insert, update and delete. Okay. Next we have DCL, data control language. Okay. And the commands comes under DCL are grant and revoke. Okay. Next we have TCL, that is transaction control language. Okay. And the commands comes under TCL are commit, rollback and save point. Next we have DQL. Okay. That is data query language. And the commands comes under DQL is only the select command, which we already saw. Yesterday we saw what is select command, right? That is whenever we want to display the data, we will use select command, right? Like select star from employees, in the sense it will display all the data from the table, correct? That is called as select command. Only we will have that command in DQL. Okay. Okay, so these are all the commands or sub languages we have, which you saw in that picture also. The same thing. DDL, in the sense data definition language. These are all the commands comes under DDL. DML, in the sense data manipulation language. Next, data control language, transaction control language, and data query language. So what, now let's see each one of the command detailing. Okay. First, we have DDL, that is data definition language, right? So DDL commands, DDL in the sense data definition language, DDL commands helps to create design of the table. See, basically we will deal with the tables and we will deal with the data in the SQL, right? So DDL commands, what are all the DDL commands we have? We have this many commands, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Create, alter, drop, truncate and rename. All these commands, what it will do, these commands basically talk about the design of the table or structure of the table only. So what all commands we will use in the DDL, that almost all the commands will talks about or deals about with the structure of the table or design of the table only. Now let's see. We have first create command, correct? Create is a command used to create any database objects. Okay. Database objects, in the sense we have tables, we have views, okay, we have stored procedures, like that we have, we can call all these things as the database objects. For now we are talking about tables only. If you can see any of the database also, this is DurgaSoft 5 database. We have, if I'm expanding this database, we have tables, we have views, we have stored procedures, we have functions. Like that, everything we will call it as database objects basically. Okay. So first we will deal with only tables. Once we are done with tables, we will see what is this views and stored procedures. Going forward, we will learn. But for now, as we are dealing with the tables, whatever it is, whatever all the database objects, if we want to create them, we will use the create command only. Okay. So yesterday we already saw about the create command, how we will use the create command to create the table, correct? By using create command only, we created the table, and this will be the syntax. I'm just copying this syntax, but I won't explain this everything because as I already explained this, correct?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
hope this is clear for you how we will create the table. We saw that in the previous classes. The syntax will be create table, table name, and inside the parenthesis we will use all the column names what we want. For every column name we will define the data types, correct? This is how we will use create table. We already discussed, so I'm not discussing much on that. Okay. Next we have alter command. Before alter, let me first explain you about the drop command. Next we have drop command. So first let me activate the database. Maybe it's DurgaSoft 5, I guess. Yes, I'm using the same database. Before doing anything, first we need to activate the database, right? Like you can see for now, my Maven movies database is in activation. So I need to activate DurgaSoft 5 database. So for that I will use command, use DurgaSoft 5. I will execute this particular database came into activation. Okay, now let me expand these tables. I have only employees table here. Let me check other databases. So, or else let's do one thing in this particular DurgaSoft database only to show you the drop command. Drop command in the sense, we will drop command is used to remove complete table from the database. Next we have drop command. Drop command is used to remove complete table from the database. That is in this, whenever we use drop command, that complete table will be removed. That means maybe deleted from the database. Okay. So in this database, we are using DurgaSoft 5 database. We have only employees table here, right? Instead of using any another database, let me use our own DurgaSoft 5 database. But here, let me quickly create one more table for employees because I don't want to remove this table. Let me just quickly create the same data, but let me use the another name. Maybe employees one. Okay. Right. I'm just creating the same, but I'm giving the another name because we cannot create the tables with the same name, right? The table names should be unique. So that is the reason I'm creating another table just to show you this drop command. Okay, I just given the name as employees one. I'm executing. My table got created. Let me go back and let me insert that same data. I inserted some data right here.
Yes.
So here what I need to do, I need to use employees one. Insert into employees one, same data I'm inserting just to show you the drop command. Okay. I inserted the data. Now let me display the data. To display the data, we will use select command. That is select star from table name. That is employees one is our table name, right? So I'm just displaying the data. See, this is my data. If you can see, I need to refresh here. I'm just refreshing here, and below inside the DurgaSoft 5, we have tables. If we expand the tables, now I have two tables, employees and employees one. Of course my data is same because I just use the same data of employees in employees one. But you can see under DurgaSoft 5, under tables we have employees and employees one, two tables, correct? So now let me use drop command. Drop command is something, whenever we use that command, it will remove the complete table from the database. Suppose we created one table and we felt that the table is of no use in our database, and I want to remove that complete table from the database. At that time we will use drop command. Okay, and the syntax will be drop table table name will be my syntax. Okay, so that is drop table employees one. I'm using this table. So drop table table name. That's it. The syntax is simple here. So basically I'm now I'm once again removing this employees one table. So I thought I don't want this employees one table and I'm removing this table. For that I'm using drop command. The syntax is like this. Just we need to use drop command. I mean drop table and we need to give the table name. Okay, I'm just executing this. Okay, before executing we have two tables here, employees and employees one. I selected and I'm executing. Okay, if you can see, employees one is completely removed from the database, right? I have only employees here because I removed this complete table. That is, whenever I use drop command, we can delete the complete table from the database. That is, we won't use the term called delete here, because if you can see, inside the DML commands, we have another command called as delete. We have drop command, we have delete command. So this delete is used to do something else. At that time I will explain. But whenever we use drop, it basically removes the complete table. That means it will delete the table, it will delete the data inside that as well. Completely it will remove the complete table. Okay. So whenever we thought that we don't need any particular table, we don't need anything, that whenever I use drop command, what happens, it just remove the structure of the table. That is employees, I have 4 columns. Inside that table I have some data, it removed everything. Correct. So this is how we will use a drop command. I hope I'm clear.
Yeah, yes.
Next we have alter command. The third command is alter. See here, for alter command we have many use cases. We will use alter for almost, we have 4 to 5 use cases. So we will see each one of them. So the first use case is that if we want to add new column in the existing table. Okay, if we want to add a new column in the existing table, we will use alter command. As I said, we have many use cases. We will see each one of them. The first use case of alter command is that if you want to add a new column in the existing table. Okay, that is, I already created one table. Okay, whenever I'm creating any table, we will give the column names, right? Like how we did whenever we created the employees table. Whenever I'm creating the employees table, I given some 4 columns here: employee ID, employee name, salary, and date of joining. Okay, so for already, before, whenever we are creating, only we'll give some column names and we will create. But for the already existing table, that is for the employees table, if suppose I thought to add one more column here, for the existing tables also, in real time we may add from new columns, right? So at that time, already existing tables, if we want to add a new column name, we will use alter command. So here we have employees table. Now I want to add another new column here. Okay, first let me display the data, that is select star from employees. That is, I have employee ID, employee name, salary, and date of joining. Now I wanted to add a new column here. Okay, how to do that? We will use alter command. So what is the syntax here? In the sense, we need to write alter table name. We need to use a keyword called as add. Inside alter, we need to use a keyword called as add, because we are basically adding a new column. Correct, new column for the already existing table. So for that reason, we will use the keyword called as add, and then I will say the column name. Whatever column I want to add, that column name, maybe I will write it as new column name. Okay. And whenever we write, whenever we see the column name, what we will do, we will mention the data type also, right? We know whenever we are writing any column name, we need to define data type also for that column name. So I will simply write it as a data type of size. Okay, like this. Alter table table name, add new column name. Whatever column we want to add, for that column we will write first column name, and we need to define the data type. And if that is this, in maybe in this syntax I won't use size. If that is character data type only, we will use size, or else we don't use size, right? So this will be
Yes.
our syntax basically. Okay, now let's see one example. For the same employees table, I'm writing it as alter table table name. My table name is employees. Okay, next I will use the keyword called as add new column. Maybe for now I already have, you can see instead of displaying again and again, whenever in MySQL we have this beautiful feature that whenever we are clicking on the table name, at the bottom left we can able to see the column names. So I have already employee ID, employee name, salary and date of joining. Now I wanted to add a new column. Maybe I will add a column called as bonus. Okay, I will add a column called as bonus. So that is the reason I just wrote the column name here. Add column name, right? Bonus will be my column name. Inside the bonus, maybe we will have all the numbers only. So I can give float data type here because it will accept decimal values also, right? So this is how we will add a new column for in the existing table by using the alter command. Alter table table name, inside the alter we need to use a keyword called as add, then we need to write the new column name and the data, and we need to define the data type for that particular column. Okay, now let me just execute this. See, I it my syntax got executed successfully. To see the output again, we need to use the select command only, right? Select star from table name. I'm just executing this. See, you can see here I got another new column called as bonus here. But if you can see, I have the values as null because I just added a column. I didn't inserted the data into bonus column. Correct? That's the reason.
Yes.
Inside the data, I just got some null values. But this is how we will create, I mean, as we are discussing about the alter command, I said we have many use cases here. The first use case is if we want to add a new column in the existing table, we will use alter command, and this is the syntax. This is how we will add a new column to the existing table by using alter command. I hope this is clear.
Yeah, clear.
Great. Hi Sachin, today we are discussing about SQL sublanguages, a separate concept. Okay, we have a concept called as SQL sublanguages. You can see in this picture SQL sublanguages. We have 5 different types of sublanguages. In each of the sublanguage we have some different commands. So now let's now we are discussing about all of them detailedly. That is what I wrote. 5 sublanguages we have. These are all the sublanguages. DDL in the sense data definition language, like that we have all the sublanguages, and we have each commands inside that sublanguages. So I'm just started discussing about all the sublanguages. And first, as we have DDL, inside the DDL we have these many commands. We already know about the create command. We saw yesterday how to create the tables. And next we have drop command. Basically, we will use drop command to remove the complete table from the database. After suppose if I think that I have one table in my database, but I don't want that table. That table is of no use, and I want to remove that table completely from my database. I will use drop command, and the syntax is drop table table name. So just to show you the drop command, I created the same table with the employees one table name. So I just use that employees one table in the drop command, drop table employees one. If I am executing this, my employees one table will completely removed from the database. Then next we have alter command. This is the, we have many use cases in the alter command. I'm discussing about the first use case, that for the existing table, if we want to add a new column, we will use alter. I hope from here you are listening this class, correct? So this is the first use case. By using alter command, we can add a new column name in the we can add a new column in the existing table. Okay, I hope I'm clear. Now let's see the second use case. First use case is, if we want to add a new column in the existing table, we will use alter command. In the same way, the second use case is, we can use alter command used to. The second use case is, if we want to remove any existing column, sorry, if we want to remove any column from the existing table. Okay, basically to remove any column from existing table. So if we want to add a new column in the existing table also, we will use alter command only. But again, if we want to remove any existing column also, we will use alter command only. Okay, so now I will just display this employees data. I have this many columns. Previously, I used alter command to add the bonus column. In the same way, whenever we are working, if we think we don't need any of the column, and if we want to remove only one particular column from the existing table, that is already created table, we will use the alter command. Now here, as I have 5 columns, now let's remove the bonus column only here. From here, I just added the bonus column. Now I'm just removing the bonus column by using the alter command. Okay, now let's see how the syntax will be. The syntax will be like alter table name. Now I'm saying I want to drop I want to remove the column. So we need to use drop command inside the alter command. Here we used add keyword. Now here we are using drop keyword. Basically, drop is a command. If we use drop command directly, it will remove the complete table. But if we want to remove any column inside the alter command, we need to use the drop command. Okay, I will just say now drop column. I won't say drop table. I will say drop column, because now I want to drop only the column. That is, I want to remove only one particular column. So I will say drop column name. My column name is bonus. So let me, as this is syntax, let me write column name here. Okay, for example, alter table, same employees table. I'm using the employees table. I will say drop column. As we are dropping the column, I need to use drop column keyword here. And let me just remove the bonus column only, whatever we created. Previously, whenever we are creating the column, we need to define the data type. We need to remember that. Okay, every time whenever we are creating a new column, we will define the data type. But here we are removing the column, so no need of data type only, because we will already have some data type on this column. We are just removing that column. Okay, so this will be the command: alter table name, drop column name. Okay, I'm just executing this. It got executed. Now once again, let me display the data, that is select star from employees, to see this output. Right, See, again, I got my previous table. That is, I removed my bonus column from this existing table, right? Am I clear? By using the alter command, we have many use. Yes, Ramu?
Yes, ma'am. No doubt. Clear.
Okay, great. So by using the alter command, we can even add a new column or we can remove a new column. We need to remember that whenever we are adding a new column, we will use the keyword called as add. When while removing, we need to use a keyword or directly we will use a command called as drop inside the alter command. Okay. Now let's see the third use case. Till now we discussed two use cases, adding the new column and removing the new column. In the same way, we have some more use cases, and the third use case is that in the alter command only, the third use case we are discussing. So it is used to, alter command is also used to change data types. Okay, it is also used to change the data types from table or column, I can say. Okay, basically we will define the data types for the columns only, right? But I can say maybe also use it to change the data types from existing table. Okay, from the existing table, if we want to change the data types, okay, that is, I already have my employees table. If you can see here, previously yesterday we created the employees table. In that employee id I created int, employee name char of 10, salary float, date of joining, date. I given some data types here for each and every column. So by using alter command, if you want to change the data types, we can change the data types by using alter command for the existing table. Employees is my existing table. Now I thought in real time also, sometimes after creating the tables or for the existing tables, we may think of change. So sorry. So we may think of changing the data types. At that time, we will use alter command. Here, if you can see, we have employee name, and here I used char data type, right? Char of 10 I am having. If you can see towards the bottom left, for e name, we are having char of 10. Yesterday, we used char data type only. But later, we discussed the difference between char and varchar, and we understood, by using char, our memory will be wasted. Varchar is the better way to better thing, better data type, correct? Varchar is better way, uh, better than the char. So now maybe I will change my, for in the employees table for e name, I will change from char to varchar, like that. In real time also, sometimes maybe, we will use, in real time many people will work on one project, right? Maybe in our project 3 4 members will work. Someone will create table, someone will work, or else directly, mostly as a SQL developers, we will get the database ready. We will work on our client's database and we will get the ready-made database. Like, how going forward, I will show you movies database. I will give you the complete database for you. In that database, we will have all the tables. In likewise, in our real time also, we will get the database, and inside the database already we will have all the tables of our clients. Mostly we won't create the tables. We need to, we need to train ourselves in such a way that whenever we saw any database, we should able to understand what is the tables inside it, what is the data inside it, and we need to start working on it. That is what we will do. Once our basic concepts are done, I will give you the real-time movies database. So we will work on that database only going forward. Okay, at that time, from that, by using, by learning such a way, you will be in a stage that whenever you will work on real time also, you will get some real database only. We should be able to understand the database, what is already existing in that database, and we need to work on it, right? In the same way, movies database, we all is in a ready-made database. You will having everything in it. You should understand what is there exactly in that database, and we need to start working on that movies database. Okay, so likewise, as I said, already maybe we will have some tables. already they will use some data types. Whenever we are starting working, suppose someone in employees table is created by someone. Okay, you see, maybe for float I used, for salary column I used float here. Suppose instead of float, suppose some, if there is int here, someone used int in the salary column, and whenever I'm trying to update any row, suppose any data inside it, whenever I'm working, if that salary column, if I'm entering any decimal value, it is not allowing, it won't allow me to enter if we use int, right? If we use int column for that particularly salary column, if we use int data type, and if I'm trying to enter any decimal number, it won't allow. At that time, like in real time we will realize, we will face such issues, because someone will create the tables, there we will have already some data types. Okay, but if we are entering some another data and if it is not allowing, then at that time we need to change the data type, because we won't change the salaries, we won't change the data according to the client's data, we need to enter that data only, right? Definitely at that time we need to change the data types only. Like I will change from int to, I will change to float, I will change the data type and I will enter this data. Like that we will face such issues, or we will come across such scenarios in real time also. At that time we will use alter command to change the data type. Here we are having char for ename. Now let's see how we will change the data type from char to varchar. Okay, so I said we can change the data types. Let's see here example. For example, we will change char of 10 to varchar of 10 in employees name column. Okay, before that let me give you the syntax. The syntax will be like, or else directly I will use the example, you can understand. Okay, so we will use alter table name. Here employees will be our table name, right? So definitely we need to use alter table name. Inside that, for changing the data type, previously for adding the new column we used add keyword, right? For removing the column we use drop keyword inside the alter. Now what we are doing, we are changing the data type. So for changing the data type, inside the alter command we need to use modify keyword. Modify is a keyword we will use whenever we want to change the data types. Modify in the sense the normal meaning is also changing only, right? So we will use a keyword called as modify. Okay, inside alter we need to use the keyword called as modify, and I need to say modify column. Basically I'm changing on the column only, on the employee column I'm changing the data type. That's the reason I will use column. I will say column, I'm modifying the column in this table. Okay, that is the meaning here. I will say modify column. What is the column name we are modifying, we need to give that name here. Okay, and what we are modifying, we are basically modifying from char of 10, we are modifying char of char of 10, right? So I need to give what, uh, you know we can change the data types, right? So we need to give the new data type name here. Directly I will give varchar 10. No need of using char, no need of mentioning from which data type we are converting into which data type, no need of using like that. Directly we will give the new data type name. Let me write syntax also better. We will write it as alter table name, modify column name. Okay, as in this table we are saying I'm modifying the column, and this column name I'm modifying, like that it will be. Okay, we need to say column name and we need to give new data type. Okay, like this new data type, whatever, as I'm saying that we will change data types by using column, by using alter we will change data types, right? So whatever data type we are changing, that new data type name we need to give. Okay, I hope I'm clear. Let's execute this. It got executed. If you can see, now I have char of 10 only. I executed this. Let me refresh the database. Okay, immediately you can see it. I got varchar of 10, right? Towards the left side, char is changed to varchar in my employees table. Like that, we will change the data types. Okay, alter table, table name, modify. We will use the modify keyword inside the alter command. Modify column, column name, and the new data type name. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Great. So we are learning about alter command only. We saw 3 use cases, right? And we have another use case here, that is fourth use case. Okay, basically we will have 5 use cases inside the alter command. Okay, so we saw up to now 3 use cases. One second. This will be second use case, that is removing the column. This is our third use case inside the alter command. This is the third use case. Use it to change the data types. So likewise inside the alter command we have fourth use case. The use case is, if we want, we uh, we can rename the column name. Okay, we can rename the column name from the existing table, I can say again, correct? So next use case of alter is that we can rename the column name from the existing table. Okay, so whatever we done so far, basically alter command is, we are using alter command to make some changes in the existing table only, correct? Let me write that point also. Used to make some changes in the existing table. We have 5 use cases in alter command. So this, from here we are seeing, we till now we saw 3 use cases, and every use case we are dealing with the existing table only. From the existing table I added a new column, from the in the existing table only I removed new column, in the existing table only I changed data type. Now from the existing table I will rename the column. Okay, if we want, after creating the table, if we want to rename the column name also, we can do that by using the alter command only. Okay, and the syntax here used here is alter table, table name, alter table, table name, rename. Obviously for renaming the column we will use rename only. Okay, alter table, table name, we will use a keyword called as rename, as we are renaming here, renaming column here. So I will say rename column, and then I will say from old column name to new column name. Okay, so basically we can rename the column from the existing table by using alter. So I will write it as alter table table name. I will use the keyword called as rename. And as I'm renaming the column, I will use the keyword column. That is, I'm saying from this table, I'm rename the sorry. So from this table, I'm renaming the column, and I need to give from which column name we are changing to which column name. That is old column name to new column name. Okay. Now let's see one example. Alter table table name. Again, employees. Let's change any of the maybe date of joining. Alter table table name. Employees is my table name. I will rename column old column name. I have date of joining here. Okay. From date of joining, I will rename this to DOJ. That is a shortcut of date of joining, something like that. I am just renaming like this. Okay. Whenever we want to rename the column from the existing, rename the column from the existing table, we will use alter command, and we will use right like this. Here, as we are renaming, we need to use old column and a new column. From which name to which name we are changing like that. Okay. Let me execute this. It got executed. First I have date of joining. Now let me just refresh. Now you can see DOJ, that is my name, my column name is changed. Correct? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So this is about the fourth command, and we have one fifth command, that is the last command. But I won't explain this, but I will just write what is that command. That is, we will use alter command to change the, not change actually, to add the primary key in the existing table. Okay. So we have another fifth command, that is from the existing table. In the existing table, if we want to add the primary key also, we will use alter command. Okay. Going forward in the next concept, once we are done with sub languages, we will see the concept called as primary key and foreign key. Okay. At that time, we have some keys over there. We have one concept called as integrity constraints. In that, we have primary key, foreign key, like that we have some keys. What is primary key? I will explain you in that class. That is the next after this is this current concept, current topic. The next concept is this only. Once I explained what is primary key and foreign key, once I explained about what is primary key, then I will explain you this point. Okay, this last use case. If you know what is primary key, how we will create primary key only, we can understand, you know, this command, this use case also. We will use from by using alter command, we will add the key, add the primary key in the existing table. For now, I just wrote this point. Once we are done with this concept, I will explain this point. Okay. So this is about the alter command. I hope it is clear for you, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So we have 5 use cases in alter command. We discussed about the four use cases. Fifth use case we will learn later after once we finish primary key concept. Okay, so basically in today's class, we started learning about sub languages. We finished not complete DDL. We just finished about create, alter, and drop. Next, we have truncate and rename, and we have another commands. Let's see in the next class, tomorrow's class. Okay. I hope everything is clear for you so far. Let's meet in tomorrow's class, and let's discuss with the remaining concepts. And Sachin, if you didn't get registered, please get registered with us. Okay. You will get a mail. In that mail, you will find that enrollment details or registration details. Please get registered, and let's meet in tomorrow's class. Okay, Ramu?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
All
I
right.
have one doubt.
Yes, please.
Is the particular this keywords is there a rename, modify?
Correct.
You have any list? Only this one you can use like this. You have any list?
Uh, it's not like list. I can say this is the complete syntaxes. I understood like how to remember way to use modify. Is that your question?
No. I understand, ma'am. That one modify rename I understand, but
Okay.
we have only any particular list is
You're
there
you're
modify
saying
rename.
okay. Okay. Uh, if possible, I will try to search about the list, but for now I don't have that list. Basically, I will just, upload these files only. In this files only, topic wise, I will have the syntaxes, right? So, basically we will use modify keyword here only. Going forward in any of the concepts, we don't see modify keyword.
Oh,
So for changing the data types only, we will use modify.
okay,
Oh, okay.
okay.
But I understood your question. You're asking me like, whether do I have any list where you can able to see in one page where we need to use
Uh,
modify keyword like that you're
yes,
asking me, correct?
yes,
So
yes.
for now, I know no one's asked me about that list. I didn't have, but I will search for it. If I get any of that document, I will share with you. Or else, you can find this everything. Once you got me, I will talk with the admin team to. I will ask them to give you the access as you already registered. So in that, once you in tomorrow's class, I will show you how to open that file, how you can access that one. There you can find all these topics. Okay, there
Okay,
you can find all these syntaxes so that you can practice. And one more thing, if they give you access also, don't worry. For that batch, I finished two more concepts, so you can find all that files over there. But eventually we will cover all those concepts. So if you get access today also, you may find more videos and more topics over there. Don't worry, we will cover all of them. For whatever concepts and whatever files you finished, you can access that files only for now. Okay.
okay.
All right,
Thank you.
great. I will check. I got your question. I will check. If I get any document, I will share with you. Or else, you can find all the syntaxes from the notes which I have provided. Okay.
Okay,
All right, Rama. Thank you. Bye bye. Let's meet in tomorrow's class.
thank you.